On today's episode of Help, I Sexted My Boss.
Jordan's been on his back in a sound bath.
William's staying relatable as always with some napkin chat.
We disagree about an RSVP.
And we ask, is it ever okay to make love to a suitcase?
Finally, I've been wanting to know.
Has Ben changed his name? Or has he got an A on his hat?
It's an arsehole.
Hello and welcome to Help, I Sexted My Boss, the podcast where we help you navigate the challenges of modern life, answering your 21st century questions and finding solutions to those everyday dilemmas, like, are we still allowed to get tipsy now that the bosses are back? Bosses. Bitch, please. And is it okay to ever get sarky with your presenter before they're about to start a podcast recording?
Oh, look, he's written his own sentence.
And
He's gone off script. He's written a whole new one.
And what should you do if you've accidentally sexted your boss? It's going to stick that.
That is the first time in 7 years
I
and
write
1
my
week.
own script. Don't give away. I write my own script.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Right.
But wait, what's it say here?
The bosses are rolling their eyes.
But we're not your usual agony ants, are we? William Hanson, the UK's leading etiquette expert.
No, we're not. Jordan North, radio presenter and scriptwriter. I'm more tea at the Ritz. You're more Aperol Spritz.
What's wrong with Aperol Spritz?
Well, it's a bit common, isn't it?
I had my first Aperol Spritz this week, actually.
Whatever.
It's that time of year.
New bottle, by the way, because we drunk the last bottle last week. I don't know if anyone noticed.
Oh, I had a really bad hangover on Friday last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to go and have a pint to sort it out.
Well, I'm not sure that's how it works. Anyway, Louise, thank you for sending that one in.
All right, so before we do the toast, are we ready for the presents?
The presents?
From all the team that was away.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah,
we come
yeah,
back
we
from
always
places,
bring
we bring back presents.
What have you got, guys?
Yeah.
What have you got? So it was the Help I Sexted My Boss annual ski trip this year. What have you got us?
Hi guys.
Key ring? I'll take a key ring.
Yeah.
You know I loves a fridge magnet.
I do get a fridge magnet from everywhere.
You've got a Trader Joe's bag over there that I brought you back from America.
Excuse me?
What?
No, stop right there.
I brought him a Trader Joe's bag, but I give it to our Kate.
Yes, so when I went to America, I had to get a Trader Joe's bag for Ben for you to give to Ben.
Yeah.
So that was me via my friend Harry.
Oh, it's from both of us.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Right. No presents then?
Well, maybe you'll give them to us later.
Yeah, no presents then.
No.
Okay.
None taken.
The only presents I need on this podcast is yours.
Oh, darling. That's very kind. And back at you.
I've got away with it, Anna.
You've definitely got away with words.
I'm like a Northern Shakespeare when I want to be.
Right, yeah. Let's toast Wendy and Sarah ahead of Mothering Sunday and all the G&Divas who are mothers as well.
Do you know what would be funny?
What?
If Wendy and Sarah ran off together and became lesbians.
It leads to not. Lead. Can't speak, I haven't even sipped it. It would leave a nasty taste in my mouth.
Wouldn't that be funny? I might write that. Oh, I can't say that. Forget they listen now. Cheers.
You're very good health. Now, I'm going to rip the plaster off, Jordan, before we get into this.
Yeah.
I know you've already noticed, as indeed anyone that's watching this on YouTube or any of our social clips will have noticed, I've got a slight stain on my top.
Oh, no. Where?
What do you mean, where? Isn't it obvious?
Oh, God. That's a good shot. Who's got that there?
I was doing my makeup 2 hours ago when I got here at the makeup station.
Mm-hmm.
And
The makeup station. You make out like it's
what's a table with
It's
our
an
makeup?
IKEA
and it's
table.
stationary.
with a light bulb light. What? A mirror.
Yeah. So I go to get out my setting spray, which I put on my face just to fix the makeup so it stays there. Because often I have to do long recordings in this studio because I do other stuff in here as well. And I don't know what had happened, but it exploded. So I took the lid off and it just went and splashed out all over me.
Little puff. Poof.
It wasn't a little puff. It was a big one.
Was it?
And then, of course, I made the fatal error of starting to wipe it, not to dab it. I know, what an idiot. And it's slightly stained. So now, for this week and next week, and potentially the week after, I'm going to have a stain on me.
Oh, okay. No.
And I'd just like to say I'm sorry.
Oh, you should have. I've got some shout wipes in my bag.
No, no.
They're really good. I can't recommend them enough, by the way.
Yes, but I didn't want to risk it now.
Why?
Well, I was also thinking of sending this top back, but I now can't do
Well, no, you can't.
No, if I'm honest. I put it on. It's nice, but I'm not sure I'm loving it. Anyway, so I'm glad we've ripped that off. You all right?
I'm good. How's your week been, my friend?
Oh, it's been all right. It's a slightly more sober week this week than this time last week.
Well, go on. What have you been up to? Tell us. Share it with the group.
Well,
Join the chat.
March has been a big month. Sorry, join the chat. Don't start quoting buses at me.
Okay.
So it's been March was a big month for birthdays. Not only was it our 7th birthday, but perhaps more importantly, it was Artemis, my goddaughter's 6th birthday.
Oh, April's a big one for me. I have loads in April. But
Okay. And anyway, so I sent Artemis, I got her 2 presents. I wasn't planning on getting 2 presents. I got a lovely jumper with a flower on it and sort of colour-blocked wrists, which is very nice. She loves it. She looks gorgeous in it. Sent that. And then I had arranged for that to be sent. And then my mother sent me a link. She said, I've seen these advertised everywhere. They're cute little sort of fluffy, lifelike bunny rabbits. And they're the go-to children's toy. They're cute, lovely little fluffy bunny rabbits, and they're so realistic. They're specifically designed if you're allergic to pets, you can have a pet, and it's sort of, you can interact with it, and each one's handmade, etc. So she sends me the link. Now, if we look at this first photograph on the screen, you will see what the advert looks like online. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, or you can have a look at our socials, because there are pictures and video content. Gorgeous, cute little tiny bunny, little pink. They come in grey, they come in white,
Look at
pink.
little ears. They look really real.
And I thought, I text Ellie, Artie's mother, and said, look, there's another thing coming. It probably won't arrive in time for her birthday, but drags it out a bit. She won't complain. So I sent my mother a tag, because my mother lives not far from Artie. So I said, look, if I send you a tag, could you wrap it and just drop it round? And if we look at the next photograph, this is what arrived. Now, that looks absolutely bloody nothing like the rabbit. Artemis is going to have nightmares if she has to play with that.
That looks like a bunny on crack.
Yes. We now have a video of my mother setting it off around the kitchen table.
It's cute.
Stop it.
It's not.
Stop it.
What?
No, stop it. Come here.
Artemis
Stop it.
She's literally going to freak if that.
No, it just needs roughing up a bit.
No,
His face is skew whiffed. Have you took it back? Have you not given that?
No, because, funnily enough, guess where it comes from?
Where?
China.
Yeah.
I've been drop shipping scammed, it turns out. I've done lots of research into it.
It just needs its ears pulling out a bit.
Don't
I'll have it.
don't
It's
pull
cute.
out a rabbit's
Can we have it
ears.
for our display in the background?
No, apparently I sent it to Ellie going, look, I'm sorry, I've got this. Will she still want it, or is it going to keep her up at night? And she said, no, she'll still like it. If not, the cat will like it. So I'm afraid it is going to Artie. But I can get onto
I'll have one. We should get one in the background.
China and get you another one.
What's the cat called?
Artie's cat?
Yeah.
Called Mog.
Oh, okay.
Named after the children's books.
Mog the cat.
Mog the cat.
Is that from Cat in the Hat?
No, but I think it's the same author, possibly. I can't remember.
Who was that Bagpuss one?
Well, that was Bagpuss.
Oh, yeah. Why was he called Bagpuss?
I don't know.
Sounds like a disease, doesn't it?
Yes. Anyway, how are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Met a new friend in the pub this week.
You met a new friend in the pub?
Yeah, got a new buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
So we clocked each other a few times on a Friday.
You've what?
Clocked each other.
Clocked, okay.
So usually on a Friday, I have a big nap. I have a good 3-hour nap. And I wake up about 4.
Yes, do you want to look at me, remember? I addressed this last week.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you.
You did.
I did. Thank you.
So I usually nap to about 4 and then I go to pub about 5 on a Friday. And there's a guy that goes in there and we've clocked each other a few times. And then he come up to me on Friday and went, you come in here a lot, don't you? And I went, you come in here a lot, don't you? Anyway, I was in pub in Friday, Saturday and Sunday this week.
Oh, so
What's
his
the
name?
Six Nations?
What's his name? Rory?
Called Will. It's my new buddy. We both had our matching Birkenstocks on Saturday as
I'm
well.
sorry.
That was a barrel of laughs.
Excuse me. Hello.
What?
He's called Will,
Yeah.
and he's your new buddy.
Oh, yeah, you're called Will. I never put two. You're William now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast together
Yeah, well, fine.
in the pub. Yeah. So it's, I got a new buddy. It's only taken 2 years and I'm moving.
What does he look like? How old?
About my age.
Oh, so 40.
Got a wife and kid. I don't know if it's his wife, actually. But yeah, it's just, when you clock
Well,
someone.
what the heck have you talked about? If you've seen him 3 days and you don't know if he's married or if he has kids.
Well, we just chatted also. We just got drunk.
Right.
It's great. Went in. And then I tried to play it cool when I went in on Saturday because he said I'll be in on Saturday watching rugby. So I went in on Saturday and walked in and seen him but pretended I didn't see him. I went, oh, fancy you being here.
Is it because you were sitting outside in a car waiting for him to walk in?
And what are you laughing at?
It's just cute.
It's cute. So I got a new pub buddy. I needed it, but now it's typical. I've been there 2 years. I'm moving, aren't I, in April? So, but I'll still go.
Do you think they'll put a plaque up?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Remember you.
So I've got that.
Okay, you've got your lovely pub friend. That's nice. And Jordan, what sort of regular... You've texted me about this week. What sort of regular day-to-day average northern activity have you done at the weekend?
I just, went to pub, drank Guinness.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put bins out, that kind of thing.
Anything else?
Garden, watched football, went to a sound bath in Notting Hill and...
I mean... You text me going, I'm just going to a sound bath. And I said, I'm sorry.
Right,
let me... For those of us on planet Earth, tell us what a sound bath actually is.
Let me explain. So my lovely friend Lee, who he's a good mate, is Lee. He said for me, he's very London, which is fine. Said that for your birthday, I've got your sound bath. Yeah. And I was like, what's wrong with that? I'm not bloody doing that. Anyway.
What were you like?
I'm not, what's wrong with them? Bloody sound bath. I'm half deaf anyway. What's the point? And it's not an actual bath. What you do is basically you went to this house and you go down to the basement. Yeah. And there's like a little mattress on the floor. Like it's all candles.
We've all been there. Yeah.
And the lady, she was lovely. She was so lovely and hospitable. So they give you a little bit of like this little potion that you drink. What? I don't know. It's like a... This
sounds very suspect.
All she asked was if you're allergic to peanuts, and I said no. So you have this little potion, and then you sit down, and then what? What?
It just sounds weird.
Yes, but
let's get to the non-weird bit.
To Neanderthals like yous.
To what?
Neanderthals, what are they called?
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals, like.
It sounds like what you'd get up to in an Amazonian rainforest.
Yeah. We still don't know what you got up to in that rainforest. Anyway, so you go there, right, and then you lie down, you do some breathing exercises, and at first I think, I'm not into this. And then after 10 minutes, right, promise you, I'm at the bottom of this well, right?
Bottom of a well?
Yeah, I was like in a trance.
Right. And don't they bang a thing?
Yeah, so you're at the bottom of this well, and I'll read this to you because it'll explain it.
Because Helen, who does your our hydrotherapy, also runs sound baths.
Does she?
Yes.
I knew. Right. So it says, tune into the sound of your soul with a sound bath. Right. Don't laugh. It's good to broaden the horizons. Horizons. A sound bath is very relaxing, fully immersive experience which helps to slow down the mind. Let go of distracting thoughts and fully connect with yourself. Instruments include gongs, Himalayan and crystal singing bowls, ocean drum and Koshi chimes. Weren't he on Mario Brothers? I invite you to open your heart, lie back and listen. So you lie down, you're on a little mattress, and then, like I said at first, I was thinking about footy and stuff like that. And then I was at this bottom of this well. Right, and the hole kept getting smaller and smaller, but I weren't panicking.
You're not doing it properly.
And I was like really like into it. And then at one point, right, I was in year 6 and I was on playground playing What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, with Adam Palmer. Right. And then I was proper into it, right? But Lee...
You've gone just a touch Wendy.
And they're doing all the Kong Bong, and they're like...
How many of you were there?
3 of us, right? And apparently, I were well into it, but no one else was, because you know what I'm like when I'm on my back? You'll know. I've not got the best airway, so apparently it's been like next to a pug. So whilst I were on playground playing What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, in year 6, apparently it was like... I was like breathing away, but then... The potion was making, you know what my stomach's like? The potion's making me stomach gargle. So it's like loads of loads of gurgling coming from my stomach. But I absolutely loved it. It was a great experience.
So you're going to go and have another one?
Yeah, I'd do it again. I think we should do it with Helen. We could get a sound bath and a chloronic at the same time.
I don't know if you have them at the same time.
Bong, shit everywhere. It'd be great.
No, that's not so much lie back and open your heart. It's lie back and open your arse.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we could maybe have them back to back.
No.
I could be colonicking as your sound bath bathing, and then we'll switch.
So I've done that this week, and interviewed Robert De Niro. So yeah.
Oh, we can finally talk
You know,
about it.
so,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, that's been my week.
Okay. How was?
Oh, I was shaking like a shitting dog. I was.
Right.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous. This guy's my idol. He's like my Beyonce.
And can you actually tell me what films he's been in? Because generally, other than Meet the Fockers, I don't actually know.
Taxi Driver, Goodfellas.
He knows what he likes.
Godfather.
Was he in The Godfather?
Yeah, he was in the Godfather 2. He played a young Don Corleone.
Oh, right.
Yeah, him and Marlon Brando are the only people that have won an Oscar for playing the same character.
Oh, good.
Oh, he's been in also where do we even Deer Hunter, like proper good films.
Yeah, that's why I probably haven't seen them.
What else he been in? He was in The Irishman as well, which is great. It's so good.
And what's he in now? What's he
He's got a
promoting?
new. It's called Alto Nights with Deborah Messing.
Yes, who was Deborah Messing?
Will and Grace.
She wasn't Will and Grace. She was just Grace.
She was Grace.
Yeah.
But it was great, and I was so nervous, and I've never asked a guest this before, but I got an actual autograph off him.
Oh.
And we'll put a picture up on the carousel. And he was nice, and we warmed him up.
With the
Deborah was
with
great.
the sound
but
bath.
He was a bit. It took a while to warm up, but if you listen back to the interview, you can tell I was really nervous.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, but it was a big moment for me. It was. Yeah.
Lovely. Well done you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I sent a picture of him in the WhatsApp, and then went, "Oh my God, I love Deborah Messing." She went, "Redhead like me." I was like, "No."
Your mother's not a redhead, is she?
Naturally, yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe so. That's why I think I've got a ginger beard sometimes.
Yes, true. Gosh, I never knew. Oh, maybe I did.
Anyway, enough about me. What
That
about
time
you?
I saw her do naked cartwheels. That's when I realised. What?
Yes, Ben.
Isn't William naturally ginger as well?
Yeah, aren't you naturally red?
Just because I said A on your hat stands for arsehole.
Aren't you naturally red?
No.
What else has been going on in your week? What have you been? Napkins? What? You tell me.
Well, actually, I do have something to say about napkins
Shock.
this week.
Of course you
obviously. I think constantly about napkins. You know, in restaurants, in nice restaurants, those are restaurants you go to. They come and they put napkins on your lap when the waiter comes to do it for you, which I can't stand because it's someone touching my napkin, and I try to do it before they get round to it. And then they put it in a triangle on your lap rather than in a rectangle. Half your lap's not covered.
Oh, so you think it should be a rectangle?
Yes. So I then, if I have not done it myself and they've done it for me, I then refold it. Why they do it? Why a triangle? Literally, there are large swathes of your lap that are not covered.
Also, when we went away that weekend, I always got told when you get up, you put your napkin over your chair. You said you don't. You put it back on the table, don't you?
No, I never said that. No, you do. You put it on the chair, on the seat, or on the arms if it's got arms,
but
to
not
show
on-
that you're coming back.
Not on the back of the chair.
Definitely not on the back of the chair. No,
Oh.
because that shows. Well, that's a dirty napkin above the height of the table. So the whole point of putting it on the chair is so it's underneath the table, so other people don't see a dirty napkin.
Okay.
And then when you're leaving the table, which hopefully is all together, then you place it on the table.
Fair enough.
Yes.
You are very good.
But if there are any sort of Michelin star, 5-star luxury service waiters listening, please let me know why you put it on in a triangle, other than someone just tells you to, because it doesn't make any sense. But maybe I'm missing something. Talking of missing something, Ben.
I'm gobsmacked.
Clear your throat, Ben.
Gobsmacked by that segment that Jordan is just going over the fact that you're talking about people putting a napkin on yourself the wrong way.
What about it?
I've never been to a restaurant where they put the napkin on my lap.
Yes, you
for
have.
me.
You
have.
went to that one with us in Monaco.
No, what, 7 years ago?
It wasn't 7,
6,
5.
5.
Do you remember when they opened sunroof there?
It's a retractable roof. It's not a sunroof.
It was a sunroof. I'm halfway through my souffle and roof starts opening. It was like being at Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. It was mad. And then you could see stars.
See, that's relatable content.
I'm not meant to be the relatable one.
I'm still relatable.
You've just gone to a sound bath.
What's wrong with your sound bath?
It's weird.
It's not weird. It's good to broaden your horizons. I don't go every other week.
Right.
I'm going to Benidorm in a couple of weeks. Are you happy now?
Voluntarily?
No. I'm actually not, but still. This time last year I was in Benidorm. I was. For my brother's stag day.
Yes.
I bet you'd go to it. Just try
I will go to Helen's.
sound bath.
She will be the only person that can give me a sound bath and hydrotherapy.
But with Helen, God bless her, you've got to be quiet in a sound bath. She's worse than me. We all
but
me and Helen wouldn't shut up. We'd be nattering away.
I'm sure she turns it off. as it were.
Anything else that's been going on in your week?
Oh, probably, but we'll save it for another episode.
Should we do Jolly Joke of the Week?
Yes.
At the time of recording, it's just been St. Patrick's Day, so...
So there's an Irish joke.
Yeah. Cue the jingle.
If you like a chap who's cheeky and northern, you're in for a treat with our Jordan. And if a giggle is what you seek, you're sure to love Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week.
What do you call two Irish lesbians? And I'll tell you the punchline after the break.
Stuart's got his head in his hands.
All right, G&Divas, thanks for sticking with us. It's now time for Jordan's Jolly Joke of the Week. What do you call two Irish lesbians? Gaelic.
Well, to be fair, we just made a lesbian laugh, so I think we can get away with
We can
that.
get away with that, can't we? Yeah, I've got more. I've been sent
good.
loads in.
Can I just say, for the record, I did laugh at the Gaelic one. That is actually quite a funny joke.
A mummy covered in chocolate has been discovered in chocolates and nuts. It's been found in Egypt. Archaeologists believe it may be a Ferrero Rocher. We?
Oh, God.
No?
Let's leave it there.
Okay.
Quit whilst we're ahead.
All right, there you go. Got two for you then. Shall we crack on?
Yes, let's crack on, Jordan.
Now it's time for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, if you need our help with something, then get in touch. You can send your tales of trepidation to help@sextedmyboss.com. You can DM us. We're at sextedmyboss on the socials. Or you can write to William, who in the fullness of time promises a handwritten reply on one of our luxury greeting cards of executive self-seal envelopes. The address is on the website, sextedmyboss.com.
Lovely. Listeners' dilemmas. Again, we have no idea what's coming up. You should know that by now. This first one comes in from Anonymous. Dear William, Jordan and the team, I recently RSVP'd yes to a friend's birthday party.
Oh, shit.
But this week I received an invitation, to the retirement party of my former boss, who has been instrumental in helping me with my career. I absolutely feel I should attend the retirement party, but I don't know how to let my friend down, if at all. Should I stick with the birthday party or make a last-minute switch? Well, I can assure you already before we have started on this problem, Anonymous, Dawn and I are going to have differences of opinions.
Well, I think you're going to say because she's already RSVP'd to that one, she has to go. But I think you can always get in touch and say, I'm really, really sorry, I can't make it now. It's not every day your boss retires. Your mate's going to have more birthdays. So if that one matters to you the most, I would go to that one. I'd go to the one that matters to you the most.
Okay, well, I would say it's a slightly grey area, because also from this, I don't know, like, the retirement party and the birthday party, I don't know if they're in the same city, and it could be possible to attend both for half the time, for example. That might be option one, but I'm going to work on the proviso that they may be in different locations and you can't do that.
If they're not, try to go to both.
If your friend who's having the birthday party, from a strict etiquette point of view, sadly, such is life that things are going to happen where, yeah, you say yes to one thing, you commit to one thing, whether that's a social event or a professional commitment, and then another offer. Such is life. And I think it sets a dangerous precedent if you just sort of say yes to one, because you are only as good as your word. However, if your friend has paid money for their birthday party and your attendance has contributed them spending, I'm afraid I think you have to suck it up and maybe take your boss out for another thing.
That could work.
And do your own little smaller party with your boss.
Yeah, just
Or
say, I've already RSVP'd to one, I'll take you out for a pint.
ask your friend what they would like you to do. Your friend probably, even if they're a bit pissed, might go, yeah, I get it, go to the retirement party, but then take your friend out for another thing. There are ways to get around it.
You
I don't
can't go to the friend and say, I really want to go to this retirement party. That sounds shitty on
No,
your
I think
friend.
you would say it differently.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I think there is still, ideally, they're in the similar sort of area and you can sort of attend a bit for one and a bit for another. Depends what the type of party it is. If it's we're going to go, you're going to Laser Quest or something, that's sort of hard. Well, I don't know what people do for birthdays.
Laser Quest. I don't even think there's any Laser Quests around any moment.
Really?
Did you ever go to them as a kid?
Once.
Running away won't help you. Remember?
Sorry?
They used to speak to you, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Why are you running away? Gotcha. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I went once or twice as a child to a Laser Quest. Or Quasar, as it was called in Bristol. Obviously, because Quasar. Well, it was. Anyway, so yes, but I wasn't loved it. I did pasta making for my birthday party instead.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Who's got time to make pasta?
Well, a group of 11-year-olds.
You made pasta for your
No,
11th
I
birthday?
didn't. I tell a lie, I was 12.
You Oh, that's all right then. Yeah, 12, I get it. 11, no, yeah. Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good advice. Good advice.
But look, Anonymous, if you want to provide us with a bit more info, I mean, but I'll send it in quickly and we can maybe give you a bit more context, flesh that one out. This is from Ian in Congleton in Cheshire. Hi, Will, George and the Sexted team. Have we met before, Ian?
Do you know, like, when the ladies in waiting brief up the Queen?
Beef up the Queen?
Brief up
A
people
brief...
that meet the Queen. They always say it's hammers and jam.
The King and Queen,
Yeah. The late Queen. When people say he's actually nice in real life, just don't call him Will. It's William.
Oh, yeah, true.
You don't like Will, do you?
Not if we haven't met before.
You love Willie, but don't like Will.
After a colleague's leaving do in Manchester, I decided against getting the last train home and instead booking a hotel in the city centre. The next morning, as I was heading down the staircase to reception, I passed a bloke sitting on the landing outside his room. He asked if I was leaving, and when I said yes, he told me he hadn't been able to get into his room all night because his mate had pulled a bird and they'd been shagging in there.
Oh, been there, done that. I mean,
Sat outside the room?
Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. Magaluf and Leeds.
He ended up sleeping on the landing.
I did.
Then he asked if he could use my room for a shit, a shower, and a bit of a sleep before checking out. I quickly said, no, sorry, and carried on down the stairs.
But were they checking out?
No.
Oh.
Out of the hotel and straight to the maybe they were, and straight to the train. Part of me felt bad, but the room was booked in my name, and who knows what state he could have left it in. I'm curious, what would you have done in this situation?
I would absolutely, if I were checking out, I'd say crack on.
No.
Yes.
Because if he goes in and trashes the room, Ian from Congleton in Cheshire is responsible.
Then you just explain that it was. I would. If the poor lad needs a bed to get his head down for the night and needs
why
to
is it
shower,
Ian's problem?
Needs to shower, I would. I absolutely would.
Also, it's clearly not a good friend that the friends turfed him out to go and sleep out in the corridor.
I know. And that whole bros before girls saying just does not... trust me.
So
I have slept on a...
Okay, so what did your friend... You don't need to name the friend. Just don't say it was me. What did they say to you to justify you having to be in the corridor?
I've pulled this last from Stoke. Fucking do one. I was
Right.
like,
And you being a little subservient and submissive just went, oh, okay.
pretty much, yeah. At first I said, can I watch? And they said no. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a joke. I slept on a sunbed lounger in Magaluf. Yeah.
I
didn't speak to him for 2 days.
I wouldn't have spoken to him for 2 years.
Still pops up now when I've had a drink. Yeah. Yeah. And then I did it in Leeds as well.
Right.
Got thrown out there and I had to go and... I actually slept... It wasn't in a corridor. I slept in my other mate's room under a table. Yeah.
It's very odd. No, Ian, I think you did the right thing, personally.
I personally, Ian, would have helped a brother out there. I think, yeah, if you're checking out, if you're going back in, then yeah, fair enough.
Well, as long as you could, perhaps the only time it would perhaps be as long as you have let the front desk, gone American, reception know that you have checked out and you have handed back maybe your key. If you've got 2 keys, you've given one to your new friend in the corridor.
Don't let reception know. Ben, you would have done the same, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
You judge
It's
him.
really hard. It's weird. In that situation, it does still feel weird. I know you'd never go back to the room, but it would feel weird.
If you're getting like Bronson vibes off him and he's going to smear shit all over hotel walls, absolutely not. But if you're just a normal bloke...
Yeah, but he did say, I'm going for a shit shower and a shave.
Yeah,
like that. I don't know if that sounds like the kind of
What's
bloke.
he shaving with? Presumably he hasn't got his bag either.
Well, there's always a
Unless
spare
he's using the
razor.
amenity. Oh, you don't use someone's spare razor.
No, they have sometimes little razor kits, don't they?
Yeah, but what happens if he's already used it? Ian from Congleton
Anyway,
in Cheshire's
Ian,
already used it.
you live with that guilt because I personally would have let him in.
Ian, I think you did the right thing.
I disagree.
This one's from Hannah. Hello, William, Jordan, Diego and the gang. Tonight I'm babysitting my 7-year-old niece and 11-year-old nephew.
Same age as mine.
Their parents agreed that, since it's Saturday, they could stay up later.
Oh, it's the best thing.
After finishing Sister Act 2, my niece wanted to watch the Brit Awards. Since they listened to Capital Breakfast on the way to school, I figured they'd know the songs. However, while I was in the kitchen sorting drinks and dealing with my dog, I suddenly heard a conversation about butt plugs. Trying not to make a big deal of it, I walked back into the living room, hoping snacks and drinks would make a good distraction. But as I sat down, my niece turned to me and simply asked, "What's a butt plug?" You can imagine how hard it was to keep a straight face. I had no idea how to give a child-friendly answer, so I quickly told her to ask her mum and dad when they got home. My question is, should I have made up a ridiculous explanation and faced the consequences later, or was it right to leave it to her parents? Can I ask, because I didn't watch the Brit Awards, I'm now thinking that was a mistake. Why are they talking about butt plugs on the Brit Awards?
I think it was a Jack Whitehall joke.
Of course it was.
I think it was. But then the Brits is... What time's it on? There's a reason why... Because it did start at 8:30, so... There's a reason why there's a watershed.
Yes, can I say, just because your children, or they're not your specific children, but the children that you're looking after are staying up late doesn't necessarily mean to say that the television becomes safer. I would, that's when you put on Frozen 2.
I think you dodged a good bullet there. Leave it to the parents, because you could always get in trouble if you
But
say...
I would forewarn the parents, because otherwise it's going to be, you've looked after your niece and nephew, and now they're asking about butt plugs, and Hannah is going to get, she's going to get the finger. The parents are going to get very cross with her.
Yeah, I think you did the right thing there, Hannah. You dodged a really good bullet.
Yes. Tia in Cloder.
I can't remember the butt plug gag. Might have been out the room by then.
Tia in Cloder, poor Cloder, has a dilemma for us.
Where's Cloder?
Hello, Jordan, William and Ben. Tia and Cloder. Hang on, are these Irish lesbians? Are these Gaelic? They've written in. I need your help addressing a huge problem in my life. My boyfriend's driving. Oh, not lesbian. It is absolutely horrendous.
Oh, God.
I've grown 1,000 grey hairs since we started dating, and that was only 9 months ago. Every time I get in the car, I'm sweating and holding my breath. Half the time I daren't look at the road. I offer to drive all the time, but he keeps saying no. I honestly can't take it anymore. I'm at breaking point.
Oh, God.
What do you suggest? I think you've got to be honest.
Dear?
Your safety is no accident.
No, that's true. You've got to be honest. It's a tough one. There'll be many couples listening to this who don't like how their other half drives. It's not worse than a backseat driver as well.
Yes, but you also don't want to be sitting there going... and like doing imaginary braking or clutching sort of the edges of the seat as he's driving.
I think if he's causing you anxiety, you probably are going to have to say something and say either slow it down, sort your driving out, or I'm going to drive because I am not comfortable with you driving. I was worried about your driving, but you were actually quite good when we drove the other week.
I'm an immaculate driver.
You diving boots on when you press that brake.
Well, to be fair, yes.
Yeah, it's like you had flippers on at some points. You are very... I feel bad. You're a very good driver.
Thank you very much.
You're a very good driver. I still owe you petrol money for that.
No, you don't. I said don't worry.
I still owe you some petrol money.
No,
I've not been dragged up.
No, it's all good.
Oh. What you're about? It's electric.
No, it's hybrid.
Oh.
Yeah. So we don't have to put a lot of petrol in it.
Okay.
In case Greta's listening.
We went to fill up for petrol and William fell out with a girl behind the counter in Asda's.
What?
That woman in Asda's, I thought she was lovely. You took offence to her.
Oh, no. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's all coming back to me now.
We went to get petrol.
Yeah, this was when I went. Yeah.
All right, you lovers.
She wasn't from Bristol. This was in Devon.
Yeah.
It's a very, very different
So Asda
accent.
petrol station.
Yes. So I went to fill up and also get some cash out for various reasons. Can't find the ATM. So I thought, oh, maybe they'll do cash back at the till. So I go to so that she's serving someone, and there was a queue. It was a one-person queue, but it was so far away. Anyway, I was standing there, and she went, "Oh, actually, the queue's just over there." I said, "Oh, sorry," and went and stood behind the other person. She serves the other person in the queue. That person goes, and as I literally walk up to her, she goes, "No, sorry, this till's closed. I'm just going to check the stock."
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, because I was clearly waiting. She knew I was waiting. She'd spoken to me already, and I said, as a joke, I went, "Oh, you clearly just don't want to serve me, do you?" And she just sort of looked at me and then walked off.
All weekend I had to hear this story.
No, you heard it once.
All weekend. Your advice for our lovely listener, I think you're going to have to tell him if it's causing you anxiety, but you're not the only person. You won't be the first or last person in a relationship to not like their other half's driving.
No, true. But I think if your relationship is going to continue beyond 9 months, you've got to tell them.
Do you know what worst backseat driver is? She hadn't even got a driving licence.
Your mother?
Wendy. Jesus Christ. She's worse than Hyacinth.
I did a few Hyacinths.
She said to me last night, really annoyed me. She went, "Always seems quicker when your dad drives me this way."
What, as in because you're slow?
No, just, yeah. Watch that car. Oh, you're driving a bit erotic.
Mind the horse.
Yeah.
It's in the field. They jump hedges, you know.
Yeah, that
my favourite line.
That kind of thing.
Is Mikey a good driver?
Yes, Mike is a very good driver.
Your Honour.
I'm better, but he is
Is
a good
Kat
driver.
a good driver?
She has hardly driven since she passed her driving licence, but yes, I'm sure she'd be good.
When did she pass the test?
10 years ago.
I've got it in my head, and tell me if I'm wrong. Does she smoke rollies out at window while she drives?
I haven't seen her do that, but
I
that's
can
not
just
to say that she
imagine her
doesn't.
smoking a rollie outside window. Like
No, Kat gives driven energy.
Yeah,
She-
unfortunately,
yeah.
No.
I think I was the one in the friendship group that was the bad driver. I disagree with that. I think I'm a good
You've
driver.
driven me. You're fine.
I've never driven. Oh yeah, I used to drive us in old days on tour, didn't we?
yeah.
Oh, those were days in our little van packing it all up.
Yeah, those are the days.
We packed it up, did we?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I used to pack that van up all
Recollections may vary. Look, look at the
packed
bosses.
that van up. Hey, I've done my fair share
Jordan,
of van
you'd sit and have a
packing.
cigarette.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have a cig, but I'd come and help.
You'd manage operations from afar.
Right, this is pissing me off. I have.
Jordan would have a cigarette and then just as we do, right, what can I do?
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
done it all now.
yeah.
No, I would always help with the van
No,
packing.
Absolutely not.
That is not true.
You'd move something with your foot closer to the van when it was already there.
Next question.
This one is from Max. Dear William, Jordan, Ben, and the fabulous Sexted crew. I was on a ski trip. Oh, this one for these
God.
three. I was on a ski trip with friends in the French Alps. Serre Chevalier, for those who love the details. It was around day 4 on the 7-day trip. The day had gone as planned, but the night took a very peculiar turn. I was alone in the room when 2 of my friends walked in and went to their beds. The way the room was positioned, my head was directly next to my friend's, with the tops of our heads almost touching.
Oh, with
My
a
other
wall in between.
My other friend was on the top bunk, overlooking the soon-to-be disturbing scene. After about 10 minutes, my friend rather innocently grabbed his suitcase, placed it on the bed, and unzipped it slightly. I thought nothing of it until I heard some rather odd noises. I then turned around to the horror of seeing the white sheets bouncing up and down. He was humping the suitcase.
What is he, in year 8?
I immediately jumped up and moved away, but he kept going. I have no idea how this could be pleasurable. It must have hurt, surely.
Who humps the bed still?
Or, well, no, it's not humping. He's humping.
What do you mean?
He's humping a suitcase. Jordan, do you want to tell us anything?
Oh, we all used to hump the bed.
I don't think we did.
We did.
Did we not? He's saying.
Come on, everyone used to hump the bed.
Everyone did not used to hump the bed.
What are you talking
And what age
about?
were you?
Got caught up in the bed by me dad.
Hang on, you got caught humping the bed by your
I'm
dad.
joking. I didn't. Well, everyone used to. Wait, hang on. So, why is he humping suitcases?
I don't know.
Before you learn how to. You humped things.
This explains so much.
I'm just remembering when Jordan said that he used to have the piss the bed sheets underneath him and it all
Oh,
like
that was
crinkling.
way after that.
Yeah, hang on, the noise of the crinkling, was that because you were humping the sheets?
No, I never used to hump the bed. Right.
Gosh, you're such a catch, aren't you?
Why is he humping suitcases? I get if he's having a wank, but why are you humping suitcases?
Well, this letter continues. This went on for about 15 minutes until we heard an almighty moan. He had climaxed into the suitcase that was full of his clean clothes, which he then wore the next day. He casually tossed the suitcase onto the floor and went straight to sleep as if nothing had happened. Now, every time I see a suitcase in a shop, I get flashbacks. I generally don't think I'll ever look at one the same way. Is it okay to make love to a suitcase? And how do I move on from this debacle? Well, no, it's not.
Do you remember when I said I don't live in a world anymore when people are shagging lemons? I certainly don't want to live in a world anymore when people are shagging suitcases.
Watermelons.
Watermelons. Well, what's the difference between melons and watermelons?
No, you said lemons.
Oh, did I say lemons? Oh, do not shag a lemon. Oh,
No.
you'd have cystitis, literally.
Yes.
Citrusitis, you'd have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny if I thought of that first.
I don't know why he's saying.
Right, this is how my mind's working.
Yeah.
Right, I think he's got one of those things that what they called, that you stick your willy in. A fleshlight. Thank you, Stuart. No. And
That was Ben that said that.
was it? Thank you, Ben. And I think he's placed it in the zip and he's put it, and I think he's got one of them in his suitcase. That's what my mind's thinking.
Can I just say whether
So he's placed it in the zip for the suitcase
I
to
get
hold
the idea.
it. Yeah. So I don't think he's humping the suitcase.
But I don't think that makes it any better
But
there are
it does.
others in the room.
It makes more sense. It means he ain't got a suitcase fetish.
True.
Mm.
I mean, but then if your friend is going to do it clearly, when I assume your friend knew that
Who's shagging
there were others
suitcases?
in the room, then I would say it's fair game to talk about it, because it's not like you were spying. He was doing it quite openly.
Well, you can't say. Right, you can't just grab him and go, right,
Hello, friend, what are you packing?
Samsonite, say his name is. I think he's just best left.
Okay.
Best left alone. But that's, for what it's worth, I hope this gives you peace of mind. I think he had a fleshlight in there.
I still
What are
don't
they
think.
called?
Yeah, fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
I still don't think that makes it any better.
I do. That I could live with. If I caught my mate shagging a suitcase and he went, Jordan, I'm sorry, there's a fleshlight in there, and I used the zip to get it.
We'll tell you what, next time we go away,
Right, I could live with that.
I'll come round.
Rather than my mate shagging fleshlights and suitcases. I'm just saying.
But how about, remove the suitcase and the fleshlight thing. How about just humping whilst your friends are still present?
Yeah,
Is that
don't
not
hump.
weird?
Yeah.
That's weird and inappropriate.
Don't hump
No.
stuff when you're away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you learn to hold yourself.
Yes.
3 weeks in that castle. No, I didn't. You're not allowed. Just saying.
I know.
You can't.
Was that what triggered you and Shane Ritchie in the shower?
No, God. Just, you can't when you're away, can you? Or at people's houses. Well, you can't.
Well, no, but you
That's
normally
for your time in your hotel's fine.
I feel we should talk about this another time.
Well, we're not. We're
I
not
feel this
going
is an
into
untapped mine.
No, it's not an untapped mind. As soon as you check into
Mine.
the hotel.
No,
fine.
mine. An untapped mine.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, you can listen and watch every Tuesday and Friday. And on the next episode, we hear your childhood birthday memories.
Oh, see you then.